Hey. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are in the training shed with the I'm not sure what we're going to call this little group we got going on here. The four, I'm not sure. The party, the boys. We'll call them the boys, the four boys. Anyway, hey, we're here with the boys, and we're just back in here. We're just kind of, filling everybody in on this one and the last one, as far as how things are going with them and whatever. We've got some more puppies coming, like I said in the previous video. So you're going to start seeing some different puppies coming in and so forth. The dog with the purple collar is Weston. The black dog without the collar is Henry. The chocolate dog is Dallas. And Mr. Yellow is the one and only Mr. Famous himself, Luke. All right, he's kind of the chief back here, if you couldn't tell. All right, so just real quick, wanted to show everybody. So this is kind of like an old school thing. Everybody does this. You're like, grab the bowls, and you want to socialize your dogs for sounds and different things like that. So I just wanted to show everybody. It's very important that you socialize your dog, okay? And it's very important that you do this at the right stages. It's very important that you slowly but surely kind of work them into this, okay? Because you can scare a dog, especially as they get older. They've got different levels of fear at different ages, okay? And they get to the point where they start absorbing things like a sponge, and that could get you in trouble because you made a mistake with something. And so what I like to do is sometimes when, you're in the kitchen and you're doing stuff, and ironically, that's where a lot of people put their dogs when they're little puppies. They put them in the kitchen, okay? Well, guess what? Mom's in the kitchen, and she's cooking, and she does this number. Oops, I dropped my pan. Okay? So what we're trying to do, and what I think is important, is have little helpers trained to pick up the mess when you drop your pan. No, I'm just teasing. What is to get them used to the sound of pans dropping, because accidents happen. Getting used to different things taking place, because one thing or another takes place, and whatnot. Okay, this is just a real life situation that, basically, fireworks, sudden noises, the vacuum cleaner, and different things like that. Okay, so that can all take place to scare them. Now, understand something. Dogs do not take in more than one noise at a time. All right, so they only take in one noise at a time. Now, they can hear all the noises, but they process it in different times, okay? So that's what can scare them, is multiple sounds very quickly at one time. So here's what we're going to do, is I'm going to, no sir. So I'm going to throw that one out there like that. Okay, you can see how it doesn't bother him. We got someone going to the bathroom. Okay, it doesn't bother him at all. Then you jump in here and you start doing this. Look at their faces. Okay, you got that? All right, well, I told everybody we do raw videos, and so, so there we go. All of a sudden, we're in here training and playing, and everybody besides Mr. Luke right there decides they want to go poop in here. So, before I knew what was going on, I looked over and I'm like, oh, in the middle of the video, I'm like, oh, Dallas is going poop. And then all of a sudden, Weston decides to go, and then all of a sudden Henry decides to go, and that's okay if they go in here, because this is the training room. This is not my house, so it's okay if they go in here. Ideally it's outside, but when you got 4 dogs running around in here, I just don't want the mess. I don't want the mess. So we slammed on the brakes, shut off the camera, and quickly put it up safely. and got the dogs put in their crates, and now, as you can tell, we're cleaning the floor. So, basically what we do is come in here and splash well, we pick up the mess, first of all, pick up their stools, and then I come behind, and once all the puppies are put in their crates, then what we do is we clean up the stools, and then we splash the floor with water, or basically you just dump some water on the ground, and then we spray. There's two different ways I do this. In the evenings I do a degreaser, and then a disinfectant, and then a deodorizer, okay? But during the day like this, we just do the deodorizer. And then it kills like 99.9%, 0.999%, or whatever, however you want to say that. It kills the majority of the germs that might be on the floor, okay? And this is very important, especially if you get a lot of people coming in and out of here because of biosecurity. You want to make sure that the floors, that's how germs are brought into your facilities, is through people's, foot traffic. Whoa, I just about fell. Anyway, so there's that. And we got it all cleaned up. And the floor looks all pretty. Well, probably not on the camera, don't look all pretty because it's just an old concrete floor there. But all nice and clean, pretty, smells great in here. It's nice and warm in here, well ventilated, awesome. But we got all the dogs back in the crates. So anyway, basically, kind of blogging a little bit, or vlogging rather, just kind of how things go and getting the dogs out and letting them exercise. And like we were talking about in the video before, everybody decided to go poop all of a sudden, is socialization, okay? So it's very important at young ages, and I've got a little, tricks of the trade, little secrets that we've had throughout the years, and of course, like I said on previous videos, there's others that are out there trying to claim it as their own, and that's fine, I don't really care. But my point is it's so critical that we start these training on socialization at the appropriate ages, okay? And that will set the puppies up for success. I know many of you that are watching these videos or will watch the videos, have ran into a situation with a puppy or a dog that is petrified of noises, okay? I just had a family here last night. They told me the same story. Their dog is scared of noises, okay? So we do everything in our power not to guarantee the dog's going to be quote-unquote bulletproof, for the lack of a better term, but that they can take any noises, okay? But we try to give them, in every possible way, different noises. On the other side of this wall, I've got equipment sitting over there just for that purpose, to socialize them for the sounds, okay? So, when I go through all this and I say all this, that doesn't mean you take your dog home and you grab an air compressor and stick it on its butt and start spraying it or blowing air on its butt. That's I don't even know what to say without being rude, what that is, okay? You don't do that. Let's just say it that way. I'll be nice about it, okay? When I say the dog's been around a shop vac, you don't go home and start, vacuuming the back end of your dog. Okay, again, I'm going to be nice and say you don't do that, all right? This is foundation work and different things like that. These puppies are very young, okay? And what you do, you can scare them and they can have a lifelong fear, all right? So that's why I really push, even if you're buying a puppy that's older and from a breeder, okay? And let's say the puppy's, 13, 14 weeks old. If that puppy's been raised in a good atmosphere the entire time they've been there, that's actually the best thing for you. It depends on the atmosphere. But that way, that puppy's been able to go through the 8, 10, 12, and those levels of fear factors or fear levels that they can work through and in the environment that they're comfortable in, okay? Grabbing a puppy at 8 weeks old and just taking it home, if you don't know what you're doing or you don't have much experience with puppies, you're setting yourself up for failure, and your puppy on top of it, because they're going to be scared. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, now my puppy's scared of this, and now my puppy's scared of that. Well, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, could I have done things different? Well, instead of having hindsight about everything we do, let's educate ourselves. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, to educate you, to educate even other trainers and other breeders and other individuals, okay? Again, I'm not sitting here going to tell you that this is the only way and I'm the absolute right way and it's got to be done this way. No, this is just a method. The method I've come up with years and years and years ago, it works and it's very successful and it works great. It's using what's natural to the dog and their environment and what it's useful to them, okay? And it's a little psychological aspects behind it, but it's not like so in-depth psychological that you yourself cannot do it, okay? So, anyway, there's Luke's little bedroom, and then we got Mr. My mind just went off, Dallas, and then Weston, and then I put what's his face on the other side. So Henry, he's on the other side of the wall. So anyway, I hope that is helpful, okay, for everybody wondering about socialization and different sounds. Okay, you want to start them from a distance when you first start. Start them from a distance and work your way, okay? You know, I could not grab them bowls like we were doing a little while ago in that other part of the video. I can't grab these bowls and take an 8-week-old puppy and slam them down on the ground. They'd be scared to death, okay? You start from a distance and then get closer and closer. So I could come down here. If you notice in that video, I had a tennis ball. The puppies were running around and they had a tennis ball. Now, if you also notice in the video, I had an older dog with them, okay? So it's a way for me to advance the puppies quickly because I have an older dog and they're going to ride off what he does. They're going to follow what he does. If he shows fear, then dogs are going to show fear. If you notice, as the puppies got out of control and they started pooping everywhere, one puppy pooped, the other puppy pooped, and then the other puppy pooped. Well, why? Because they're following their leader, you know. And so in this group of dogs, because they've been together for so long, Henry is the most submissive, and Weston is very submissive. And then Mr. What's his face? Sorry, Mr. What's your face? Dallas. He's the one that is a little bit more in charge of the group, okay? And then, of course, Luke kind of leads the way. So he kind of lays down. He lays down, calms down, and then the rest of them will do the same. Okay, these puppies are all crate trained. You know, they follow the leader right here. So that's another advantage. So if you are out there, you got an older puppy at home, or I should say dog rather, got an older dog at home, it doesn't matter the breed, and they're well-behaved, well-trained, don't wait until that dog is 10 years old to buy a puppy. Okay, if that dog is, you know, he's 9 months old. But if you got a dog that's, say, 3 years old and he's dynamite, and he's in the prime of his life, and or she, and everything's going great, get yourself another puppy. You know, whether it's, you know, 2 months old or 3 months old, 4 months old, 5 months old, it don't matter. Just get another puppy, and then let me clarify when I say this. Get another puppy if you can handle another puppy financially, okay, emotionally, psychologically. If you can handle another puppy, then get one. And I'm saying all this into the benefit of the dog, okay? Because then you are going to benefit of having, your dog's going to have a mate with them, a playmate, and then they're going to feed off each other, and the older dog will train the younger dog, okay? But don't get another dog if your older dog's 3 years old, and if you can't go to the park and recall your dog off leash, don't go get another puppy. Just don't do it. Don't do it, okay? All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but please subscribe to the channel, guys. We're shooting raw footage. You see it as it is. It's more or less a vlog, really. That's kind of how you're getting it. But that's cool. I like that. You can kind of, you know, sometimes I get long-winded, and I sincerely apologize that, but I like to be thorough and detailed so you guys can understand where I'm coming from and what we're trying to accomplish here. So sometimes, you know, yeah, we make mistakes. Sometimes we're working through things and like dogs poop all over the place, but you're seeing it as it is and we're working through it. And we're not giving you some fancy footage that we edited like crazy so you only see, oh, wow, that puppy's so well, you don't know how we got there and you don't know what we went through to get there. So I want you to see it as is. And sometimes it can make me look bad. It definitely makes me sound bad because I can barely talk right as it is, not alone try to do it on a microphone in front of everybody. So anyway, I hope you all appreciate this. Please, it's free. It takes a lot of time throughout the day, you know, to train and hold a camera at the exact same time. It takes a lot of time to edit this. I did find a good editing program. It's actually really good, very user-friendly, and I use it. I'm very pleased with it, so it makes my job a little easier there. But just by you subscribing shows me that you appreciate what we do and you support that as well, obviously. And then share it to your friends and your family to say, hey, if you go get a new puppy, you know, subscribe to this guy's channel. And if you have questions on training, send him a message and he'll do a video for you to help you through your training, because in results, or at the end of the day, I've got to train these guys. That's my job, okay? So if I can train them and then help you train your dog by doing videos for you, we can all work together in this and get the job done, so that the shelters that are full of dogs that have bad history, okay, we can eliminate that in areas that basically what we can do in that category, okay? So we're taking something, we're saying, hey, you know, we got bad news over here and bad news over here. We got, you know, bad news over here with the shelters and the dogs. Let's do our part. Let's do our part in society. Well, this is one way that you could do your part in society, and that's make sure your dog is trained, okay? And then share what I'm doing that's free to you and everybody else, that so they can train their dog and have the know-how and pay nothing for it, and we all can be successful in this and help each other, okay? So I appreciate it from the depths of my heart, everybody. I really, really do. I don't know how any other way I can express it from my heart to share with you guys that I authentically, genuinely appreciate the support and all my families that have adopted our puppies, but that subscribe to the channel and share what we're trying to do. So I thank you very much, and we'll see you guys on the next video.